So I know this is going to probably hurt some feelings, but keep this in mind. When I first started this little truck, there was a lot of people giving me grief, like, why would you put a Toyota motor in a Chevy truck? You know, and I'm like, just bear with me. I see what it's going to be. So I'm going to start fixing this thing up and I'm going to paint it. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh, but I like it the way it is. And guess what? I like it the way it is too. But the problem is the Starship. The Starship is beautiful and it's polished and it's clean. And I need another truck that I can drive every day that represents the Starship brand. And this truck doesn't represent that brand. This truck represents like my last brand, Penatello Metalcraft, which was great for that. But now I'm gonna have to transform this to represent that right there. And so bear with me, because I know some people are gonna give me grief for messing with it, but I'm telling you, it's gonna be beautiful. You just watch. This thing is junk, it's Swiss cheese, but it's not even worth restoring. So for clarification, this is not a restoration. This is just a freshening up. See some really nastiness there. Weird, whatever that is. I got it all stripped down, and we'll put some filler in there, we're gonna sand it, and then we're gonna prime it. So it's pretty much, this is a Lowe's, it's going to be a Lowe's paint job. Oil-based, Rust-Oleum, Valspar, whatever it is.
Pull it off?
It's heavy on top. And here's the door. Thoroughly junk. But I'm going to cut all this off and do what we can do with it. Make a new bottom for it. Oh, look at that. My shiny Mustang. I've been polishing it. Megan won't let me buy a parts car. But I got a plan for it. I'm not telling you what it is yet. So now I got the other door off. Same thing. Dirty little quarter panel there needs to get cut off. This whole section here is going to get cut out. Look at that. It's trash. I don't know about these vents. I may actually have to take those vents out too, just because there's not really a good attachment point. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. I know what you're thinking. You're like, hey Steve, looks like you didn't get anything done. Well, that's true, because the lights went out. Why did the lights go out? Because the wire that feeds the shop had a nick in it, and corroded, and when I was using my heat gun, it just popped whatever was remaining left. So then, oh look, I broke my water jug. That also makes me happy for the day. So then I had to dig up the whole yard. And as you can see, it now has a conduit, which it should have had in the first place, but it didn't. And that's why it had a nick in it, and that's why it was in wet dirt, and that's why we ended up with this. Alright, knocked out this pan this morning. This fits down in that hole right there. I'm about ready to clamp it on there, weld it up. Alright, place the corners, new bottom on there, new forward corner. Patched all that up in there. Now, ready to strip it, put some Bondo on it, get it all straight-ish. Quick update, as you can see, we're moving forward down the body here, one piece at a time. Fender's mostly done. There's a couple little dents left in it. Now I am working on a rocker panel. These trucks didn't have a rocker panel. They had like a step side, you know, that went along the side there. And so I'm kind of modernizing it a little bit with this rocker panel. Okay, it's the next week. You can see here. Got all this done. Rocker panel made. A quarter panel, a corner panel. And then there's our step. Bottom of the door. What's going on? There it is. I know that there's a lot of video missing from the process, you know, but it is now December, and the truck went unfinished for a long time because the whole Starship getting crashed in October. And, you know, there was also a bit of an emotional roller coaster where sometimes I just didn't feel like filming, and, you know, I just wanted to go to my shop and, you know, do nothing. But Starship is coming. I'm still working on that. But I did take a week to finish the paint job and a little bit of the body work. You know, I just had to get this thing done so I would have a small win, a little win one battle so I can win the war. But the body work's not, you know, fantastic, but it's good enough to put the stickers on. Got a bed mat in there because this is a working truck. It's not a show truck, but you know, the boards turned out real nice. Remember that interior from that picture I showed you? Nice on the inside. I still need to paint the dashboard. I haven't got around to that yet. Door seals. Listen to this. Yeah, minimal rattling. Not too shabby. But anyway, that one's done enough to be done, and I'm still steady working on the Starship. Let me show you where I'm at with that. All the disc brakes are on. The frame, secondary frame assembly is made. Got the fuel tank installed. I'm waiting on a fuel sending unit. Transmissions rebuilt, engines remanufactured, and so those are together and mounted in there. And I use this to go get stuff. And now it can represent.